Hi everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at this Lego Star Wars set. It is number 75251, Darth Vader's Castle. So this comes with 1060 pieces and 6 minifigs. Well, that's according to Brick Set, but one of the minifigs is a little mouse droid, so I'd say it's more like 5 minifigs, which you can see here on the front of the box. So some very nice minifigs you get in this one. So this is £120, but you can definitely get it cheaper. I've seen it a few times at Amazon sales. I think I actually paid full price, or yeah, I think it was full price because I got this direct from Lego quite a while ago. I bought it, it was to do with some promotion, so it could have been double VIP or maybe a free item. And I always thought it looked good, so I just actually bought it at full price, which I try not to do as much as possible. But yeah, I think it's a cool set, even if you do pay full price. So yeah, this is the front of the box. So you can see it is quite high. And the book, have a quick look. I don't think there's anything of note really in the manual. Just shows you the kind of different stages of the build. I don't believe I spotted any errors in this one. So it's all just pretty standard stuff. Let me move this box before I knock it down. And let's quickly go to the back of the book. You can see around 175 pages, oh no, a bit more. 181, I think this. Yeah, so you can see some of the other cool sets in the back. Sorry, just to move my chair forward. So yeah, I think I've got majority of these. I don't have that Sandcrawler because I've got the UCS one, so I'd probably still get this one if I could pick it up cheap. I've got that but not built it yet. Same for that, got that. Not built that but got it. Built that, need to get that one. So yeah, there we are. So here is the set itself, which you can see looks very cool. You can see in the background a few other bits I've been working on. So yeah, I just think this set looks awesome. My view hasn't changed from when I saw pictures of it and when I had it in the box. I think it looks as good. Sometimes I find sets maybe are not quite as good, or sometimes better. But yeah, I think this set just looks really good. Especially with all the kind of red here and the lava flowing out the front. So in terms of the base, so looking at it from this side, from the front, so you've got one of these kind of slightly translucent orange pieces. I'm trying to think what other sets I've seen them in. I know the Firefang Ninjago set, I think, used a couple of these for the tail. Then the rest is just made up of various different bricks. A few large pieces used. I know some people don't like these, but these big kind of ready to go pieces plus a few extras are used on the sides, but I think they're perfectly fine and a good choice actually for this. So you initially build the base and then you build the further sections. If we spin around to this side, so you'll see this is the, according to Brick Set, the 6th figure, which is just a little mouse droid, which is quite sweet. I think same as the one you get in the Star Wars calendar. And then just looking down here, so got some spare ammunition and bits and pieces. Let's move this out because it is getting knocked out anyway from me turning it around. So I'll look at that shortly in a minute. Before I go around the back, I think I'll take you around to the other side. So you'll see here, so some very cool bits and pieces around this side. So I think these are referred to as, let me quickly look, I think they're called like Sith artifacts. But they look very nice, and I especially like these little micro figures. I think they're very cool. I'm sure they're quite sought after, because I don't know if these particular ones are in any sets other than this one. I guess not. Oh, managed to get it stuck in the gap. Anyway, let me try and put that back. There we go. Yeah, it just looks very cool. I think this section comes out. There we go. So you've got some more kind of another hidden artifact in there. So you could pull that out, but I won't. I'll leave that in there. So just a few little kind of hidden Easter egg type things. So let's take a look at this TIE Advanced Fighter before we move on to the back of the main set. So I'm going to switch to the tripod so I can pick this up and show you the features of it a bit better. Right, there we are, that's better. So it's not a bad build to be included within a big set. I know some of the larger sets, like some of the X-Wings, you get some real kind of silly little tiny transport unit or something, but this is kind of fairly reasonable. Got the 2 stud shooters underneath. You can adjust the wings as you like, so you can have them straight out. Obviously I think they look better angled in a little bit, as they're kind of intended to be. The main thing I probably don't like on this is the fact that the front has got like a plate underneath. So you have to kind of have the glass, but then you have the plate behind, so you can't see into the cockpit. But I guess due to the size, that was kind of just how it had to be done. That's the main thing I probably dislike about this. So there is the interior. So there's not really nothing in there really, but you can fit Darth Vader in there. So he fits in there quite snug, but there's no consoles or anything else in there. But yeah, it's perfectly fine. If you wanted to play with this, you can easily swoosh it around. But for me, it's going to be just within the castle part of the set. So I think if you have it sat in there, it looks pretty good. And it's nice that they can include it in there. You've got a little clip there just to put a lightsaber on. So yeah, so that's it really for that. Yeah, not much more to say. I think it's fine. And then on to the main castle itself. So let's get rid of the tripod for a bit, so I can try and get you right into all the different spaces within this set. So background to this side, you also have like a trap door, a little hidden doorway. So that's quite nice. Gives you a good little look, sneaky peek inside there. And then if we turn it around, so here it is. So yeah, I just think it looks very cool. I think it looks cool from kind of all angles really. So if we just quickly go down to the bottom, so not a huge amount to see, but nice little fit there. So pretty good hanger to fit that in, and I think sat down there, it looks pretty cool. So you can see the minifigs in here. I will look at them in detail separately at the end. So let's move these guys out of the way. So you get the two Royal Guards with their nice kind of slightly different coloured capes. And yeah, like I said, look at those properly at the end. So then we have, there's 2 versions of Darth Vader in this set. So this is the one where, what's this called? Bacta tank, I think it is. So you kind of see this briefly in Rogue One, where he's in this tank. It's obviously due to all his injuries and everything else, this is what restores him somewhat. So you can pull it up like that to remove the figure. So let's take him out of there now. There we go. So look at him properly at the end. Yeah, that's very nice, easy to use, looks good in there. So you have a console down that side. And I really like the red pieces at the back. If you could get maybe a lighting kit or even just some light behind that, it would look really nice. So there is the inside of that hidden doorway, so just a couple of stickers there for a bit of detail. And there's nothing in the back corner, but I just think the size of it, it's a good size chamber here with the red in the background. Looks very nice. Then if we move up to the next section, So here we have, what's this? I keep forgetting the names of things. So this is, I think this is his meditation chamber with holographic communication unit. So you can adjust this up and down. He's actually, yeah, so, oh, sorry. He's actually stood in there, but you can sit him down if you like. And then this comes with another very cool little micro, if it'll focus. Yeah, another very cool little micro figure. So just one of these, and I think the same as with the other two that I showed earlier, you don't get any spares, so would have been nice to get a spare set. Anyway, there we go. And yeah, and then if we move up to the top, so this is a meeting platform, and this is an Imperial transport pilot. If we just take him off there. So yeah, he's really awesome. I haven't got one of him, so he looks cool. Very nice to get. I'll look at him in more detail at the end. Let's put this in a little bit. So you have a stud shooter at the top, just for defense, I guess. You can move it up and down a little bit, so it's just on one of the ball joints. That is adjustable. This is one big ring sticker, so you have to just be careful putting that on to try and line that up. Considering I'm bad at stickers, I didn't do it too badly, I don't think. So around this side, there's no trapdoor, but there are a few holes in it, which I think are good to let a little bit of light in. If we take Darth Vader out, so you can see some more cool red bricks from behind. I don't think I can get much of an angle inside there, but yeah, there's just I think there's six studs in there, so you can stand them up or sit them down. When you're not using it, you can close that right up. Just a little spare space to keep his lightsaber, so we should remove that really to include that when we look at the figures. So yeah, so that's quite adjustable. I loosened it too much, and that's okay. So there we are. That is the whole back of it. I think it looks really great as on display. Either side really. I guess I would display it with the lava showing, but I would say if you're buying it to display like me, or for kids to play with, I think it's kind of suits everyone really. Looks good, good features in it, lots of space to set up different scenes, different battles and so on. Yeah, I think you can't really go wrong with this one. I'm just down this side, there's some more kind of just a red gem, a few more little hidden bits and pieces. So yeah, apologies if my camera work's a bit suspect today. Yeah, so that's it. Let's take a look at the minifigs. Okay, so for minifigs, we have to start with this little tiny mouse droid. I don't consider it a minifig, but Brickset does, but there we are. He's perfectly fine. He has a little spot to sit, just here on the side of the castle. That's where he's meant to go, but he's not clipped in or anything, so he will move if you move the castle. So I will probably, till I find a space for this, I'll just store him up top probably, somewhere I won't lose him. And then onto the minifigs then. So we'll start with Royal Guards. So you get two of them, they're both the same, so we'll just look at the one. So they have the usual kind of baton weapons. Very nice cape, so you've got the kind of dark red and then the lighter red. No printing on the back, but obviously as you can see, different coloured arms, some light printing on the front. Underneath is just the black head. And they are both the same, but I think they're always cool to get, they always look good. And then let's do this Imperial transport pilot. So like I already mentioned, I think he looks really good. He's got some very nice printing, none on the side of his legs, but some decent printing. Get him in focus. Yeah, decent printing down the front, good printing on his torso. I suppose the only slightly off thing is where his legs torso join. Would be nice if the belt was like, didn't have the white through the middle, but that's not a big deal really. I like the kind of slightly little white marks on his armour and his helmet, make him look like he's been through a battle here and there. Pretty decent printing on the back. Good to get a blaster and not a silly stud shooter. He does have the usual angry face, so yeah, it would have been nice to get a different face, but there we are. Looks pretty cool. Let's go on to, so this is the Bacta tank version of the Dark Lord. So you can see he's normally in the tank recovering, so got his eyes closed and got his kind of breathing apparatus on still. But yeah, very nice printing on him. You can see some of the bits of metal coming through of his torso. No printing down the side, but good printing on the back and a nice bit of damage to his head. So yeah, he's a pretty cool minifig, I think. Very appropriate for this set. And then finally, onto the kind of Darth Vader as you generally know. And I think like all Darth Vaders, he looks really nice. Very good printing on his torso, on his legs. I mean, his helmet, I mean, as they always are, but his helmet's perfect. Looks really good. Comes with a lightsaber. Fortunately, I've got a bubble in this one, but that's not the end of the world. So, yeah, what can you really say about Darth Vader? I think he's always cool. No printing there, but obviously you don't need it. And face looks fine, what I'd expect really. And on the back, you've got the same kind of damage as the other one. And there we are. So, yeah, I feel like I may have rambled on a little bit through this set, but I find that tends to happen when it's a set that I just really like. I guess I'm kind of biased towards it instantly. I've always liked the look of the set before I bought it, and then while it's been sat in my backlog, I've always thought it looked good. And I still think it looks really good now it's built. So I would say if you like the look of this one, and especially if you can pick it up a little cheaper, maybe in Amazon sale or anywhere else you can find it, then I would say don't hesitate to buy it. You won't be disappointed. And I think this is even if you're not the biggest Star Wars fan, this is a really good set to have. So there we are. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.